Welcome to Success in Beauty Radio Show, where your dreams, your life, and your inspiration counts. Featuring your host, Charlotte Howard, award-winning hair artist, author, speaker, and beauty salon success mentor. Charlotte helps beauty salon professionals create an extraordinary career, business, and lifestyle using their God-given talents. Charlotte's guest will be sharing proven business, career, beauty, and lifestyle strategies to help you grow personally and professionally and put an end to your personal and professional struggles. And now, here's your host, Charlotte Howard.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in with us today. I am very, very excited to announce the upcoming release of my anthology, Success in Beauty, which will be released in May of this year. I am currently looking for a few more women co-authors to join me on this journey and collaboration to help put an end to all the beauty professionals that are out there struggling all over the world. So I invite you to contact me by visiting www.thehairartistassociation.org, and you can click on contact when you get on the website, and we will get in touch with you as soon as possible. Now, if you are just the least bit curious about the project, visit www.successinbeauty.com, because I do expect Success in Beauty to become a bestseller. With that in mind, it is my pleasure to introduce you to my amazing guest, Kate Gardner. Kate Gardner is a #1 best-selling author, empowerment coach, and international businesswoman. As an empowerment coach, Kate informs, motivates, and empowers women and turns them into leaders. Kate also works closely with new and small business owners to help them look more professional by providing the tools they need to grow their platforms on a huge international scale and look more professional so they can increase their sales and success. And now, without further ado, please welcome Kate Gardner to the show.
Thank you,
Hi,
Charlotte.
Kate.
Hi, Charlotte. It's lovely. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being on, amazing lady.
Thank you so much. I like the clapping there. That's lovely.
Absolutely. Well, Kate, you help a lot of women all over the world. Do you do all of this from the comfort of your home?
I do. I do it all from my home. I work from home, and I have a team of people around me. My business is a family-run business, and we help a lot of women do a lot of amazing things, and I do all that from the comfort of my own home. It's awesome.
That is awesome. Very, very exciting. So what inspired you to want to work with women in particular?
It all goes back to personally my own experiences, because if we go back 2.5 years ago, I didn't even have enough confidence to pick up the phone. That's really shocking when people actually hear that and they say, "What? Really?" I'm like, yes, I had been through so much. I had been through domestic violence. I had been through a terrible childhood. I had experienced things that I wouldn't want to wish upon people. And it ground me down to the point where I'd had enough. I couldn't even pick up the phone. I couldn't even have a conversation. I didn't even have that in me anymore to do that. So I got so low to a point where I just couldn't even pick up the phone, like I said. And my life completely transformed the day that I found out who Jack Canfield was.
Wow.
So I found out all about Jack Canfield because I watched a film which was called The Secret, and that's how I got to know him. So then I started researching Jack Canfield, and I applied to be on his coaching program. I applied to be a student, and I passed the coaching application, and I then became his student. I was under his wing for 4.5 months, which completely transformed my entire life. I then give up my offline business that I'd been running for 8 years as a childminder and entered the online world. But unfortunately, I went smack on my face as soon as I went from the offline business world to the online business world. It is two totally different domains. And I went bankrupt, completely bankrupt, and it was so much stress. So I climbed myself out of there, trained as a coach, took on more mentors, invested more money into myself, had more skills, set up my business with my skills, see where I could go back and help all them people where I used to be frustrated and needed help. And I built all my success upon my failures.
Now, how important then do you think it is for women in particular to have a coach to really help them move forward in their business?
Oh, absolutely. I 1000%, I put my hands up in the air and said if I didn't have a coach and I didn't have the mentors that I'd had on my journey, there would be no way would I be here right now, because I would be still sat at my computer wondering how the heck to get that far. I would still be frustrated. I would be still not knowing, and nothing worse than the not knowing. It's the not knowing that drives you insane. But once you know how to do something, that's it. It all falls into place, and it's so easy. But until you know that thing of what you need to know to get to where you want to be, it's frustrating. It's a nightmare. It's a killer. And without a coach, I wouldn't be here today.
I so agree with you. Now, how important do you think, Kate, it is for people to, just be themselves? Because I know that there are a lot of women out there, they are afraid to let their true self show. Can you share with us how important that is, and how it's impact your business?
Yeah, sure. And I am completely 100% upfront. What you see from me is what you get. It's all authentic. I share my life with my followers. I share even my doggy pictures with my, with my followers and my children and my life. And I don't lie about it, because when you're coming from a place of where pretend, and you're trying to pretend to somebody that your life is perfect when it isn't, or when you have got all your stuff in place and you haven't, or your business is doing successful but it isn't and you're broke, then that comes out of you. It comes out of you in all your posts. It comes out of you how you act with people. It comes out in the way that you react in situations. So you have to just be yourself. You cannot be a coach to somebody and say to them, I'm going to teach you how to run a 6-figure business, but I'm broke myself. It doesn't work like that. You have to be authentic and you have to be honest. And I am completely honest in everything that I do. I show myself to the world because it's a way of letting the world know that they are not alone. Because this world just lives in this shell thinking, if I do this, then maybe her over there will judge me. And that is how we live. We live thinking that everybody else is going to think bad of us, when really we shouldn't give a damn what other people think about us. We should choose our own journeys wisely, and then we should build the courage to take them. Because unless you build the courage to take it, it will not raise your self-esteem. It will not raise your self-confidence. Other people think it's the other way around, that you have to build your self-confidence first before I do this. It's about taking that leap. It's about getting past that fear, going for it, and that raises your confidence. I don't think there's ever been a time through my career, from the past 2.5 years of being on the online business, that my knees have not knocked in the situations and in the risks that we've taken, the huge risks. Oh my God, they have petrified me. They have petrified me. There's times when my teeth have been chattering and my knees have been knocking. Was it worth it? Yes. Would I do it again? Yes. Look at the outcome.
Absolutely. I can definitely relate to that myself. You just have to be yourself and just, face those fears, right, Kate?
Yeah, absolutely. No matter how scary those fears are, you have to face them, or you have to bite something off bigger than you can chew and just keep chewing at it and just keep going so that you learn how to do something. When you start off on a big journey or a big goal, you don't have to see the destination. You don't need to know how to get to the destination. You've just got to take that first step. You've got to make that conscious decision. I'm going to do this. And then everything else falls into place. You then start attracting opportunities to you, the right people to you, and then things start becoming real right before your very eyes. But if you don't take that action and you don't take that first step, what makes you think that Oprah Winfrey is going to knock at your door and ask for you to be on her show? It's not going to happen.
That's so true.
It's not gonna. Hi, do you want to be on my show? Oh yeah, I'll just go grab my bag.
Yes, I agree, Kate. Now, you are a #1 best-selling author. Can you tell us a little bit about each of the books that you've compiled and, participate in anthologies and why they are so unique? Would you please share that with us?
Yeah, of course I will. My journey started out in Hot Mama in High Heels. This is when I actually first connected with Christine Marmoy and Kim B. Smith, and my journey began there. I actually become part of a book project, and then suddenly my network grew, and I had already set up a non-profit before that for 2 years, which is called the Freedom and Empowerment Campaign, which helps over 5,000 survivors of abuse. So I really wanted to step it up after that book was released and became an international bestseller. I wanted to play a bigger goal. I wanted to have my own book and also pay this forward to help other women as well to branch out of what I'd done. So I started up my book project, and I actually called it Survivor to Thriver to begin with. It was called Survivor to Thriver. And the project completely fell flat on its face. It failed, and I had to admit that. Openly, I had to admit that the project was failing. And so we had to go back to the drawing board. I had to redesign it. We had to give it a different concept. We had to give it a different mission. We had to give it a different front cover. And the missing piece was born. Now, the missing piece during the project, I actually lost a best friend at the age of 30. She died of cancer, and we didn't find out. It was so sudden. So this was a really testing project for me. Not did it just fail, not did I just have to lose my friend, but I had to keep going. When we launched the new concept of the book as the missing piece, suddenly something huge took off. The women came in from everywhere. I couldn't keep up with how fast the project was going. It was just amazing. And then when we released it on the 7th of December last year, it hit #1. It hit #1 bestseller. And I had to actually take that in. I couldn't believe that. I was like, oh my God, not only have I got to the top of the Amazon charts, but I've done it in a different country. I'm an international best-selling author, a #1. And I was like, oh my gosh, and I had to actually sit down and take that in. And then the second project started forming, and suddenly straight away all these women came in, and I was like, oh. And now that the missing piece, the transformational journey, has hit #1 and everybody's hearing about it, on launch day alone we sold nearly 300 copies, and we have sold probably double that already with the authors that have sold them over themselves, because they're having to reorder these books because they are flying off the shelves that much. Everybody who comes in contact with them has a powerful reaction with them, and all of a sudden I got messages flooding in. Are we going to have a sequel? Are we going to have a sequel? Are we going to have a sequel? So I have a plan for another book in later this year, but I was going to call that The Missing Piece in Success. But suddenly all these women have rushed forward and said, we want another transformational journey, we want one, we want a sequel. So I've now got applications coming in from women who want to be on this list of the third book, which is not even out till December 2014.
Wow.
And they were all wanting to be a part of it already. So then I had to sit down and reflect what I had created. Oh my God, what has begun? Because every person that joins this book, if every 29 people that join this book, their lives transform. And then that's another 29 people whose lives transform. And then that's another. And, the demand of it. And I had to actually sit down and feel that enormity of like, what have I just created? I have given birth to something huge beyond me, and it's all around the world, and it's hitting the readers, and it's hitting the co-authors, and it's not just hitting the co-authors, it's their families as well. It's having an effect on them and an impact on them. And it's like, wow. And I looked back, and as we do with the universe, when you ask for something, it delivers. And it also tests you. So all the stress that I went through for the first project, the failure, the losing people I loved, the everything, all the stress I went through, it's because it was about to broaden my shoulders for what was about to be hidden to me, the responsibility that was about to be given to me, but huge style on a big global basis. I go to Canada in 2 weeks' time, and I'm meeting 8 of the women out of the book with massive emotional stories. I'm going to meet them. We're having a huge book signing. This is just the beginning of the missing piece.
It's exciting.
It's phenomenal. It's huge. And when you have to be grounded. When you have something so huge like this, and you become hugely successful from something like this, you have to keep your feet on the ground. You cannot lose your head. So you have to be authentic. You have to share yourself with the world. So I do. I put my life and soul out there because I want people to realize they are not alone.
That is such a touching story. Thank you so much for sharing that, because I mean it really means a lot to not just me. I mean to everyone out there listening. I know they can just learn from what you just shared.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Thank you.
Now you have been on. You mentioned before that you've collaborated on various projects, including the books. How important do you think it is for people being a part of a collaborative project?
Collaboration.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's extremely important because, like, going back to what I said before, you can't do it alone. You cannot do anything alone. It's virtually impossible. And if you are just sat there and you are frustrated to heck and wondering, how the heck can I get further forward faster? Well, my advice is collaboration. Get in touch with those people who are moving and shaking, who are on the road, who have got book projects, who want to branch out and give you that leap, because you wouldn't be able to do it alone. It all starts with one chapter in one book. It all starts there, and then you grow on that. It's up to you. Nobody is going to bring this to you. Like I said, nobody's going to knock on your door and say, come on my show, do this. Here's an opportunity for you. Tell you what, do you want to be in my book? No, that's not going to come to your front door. You've got to go and get it. You've got to get out there and find it. If you know women out there, like yourself, Charlotte, who's got a book project right now, girls, get on it. Oh my gosh, get on it. I cannot stress enough how much you need to get on this project because it changed my entire life. You could be me 12 months down the line.
Yes.
And all this started from one chapter in a book.
Absolutely. Now, I mean, some of the people, though, in my industry, sometimes I think they feel intimidated on, coming on a collaborative project. And that's why I wanted to, because we're, coming from different industries, and sometimes they feel that, Charlotte's going to take my clients by collaborating, with me together. And so that's why I mentioned I wanted, you to touch on the importance of collaboration. It's not about, you taking my clients and, vice versa.
But that'd be hard, because I don't even know how to do my own hair properly.
Yeah.
It's not about that. It's a book project, and it's giving you a marketing tool, and all you're doing is working together to make this book a success, working together to make the book work, and working together to get the book out there. It's got nothing to do with crossing over on each other's businesses, although you can all work together and refer to each other, because there's always somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody, and you could all refer to each other as as well, and build a referral policy between each one of you, so that it becomes a business transaction, so that you can reward that person with a referral fee when they bring a referral to you. So then it's a business transaction. No one feels like they're left out of pocket. Everybody's happy. Everybody's rewarded, and then it's an all collaboration thing. Like I said, it only takes one person to know one person to know one person to know one person before you know it. You've got all clients at your door, and all you did was work together. If we all work together and work with each other, our businesses will thrive. If we work against each other and be in competition, I will tell you now, you'll be broke.
Thank you.
Don't be a competitor. Be a creator and work with others and lift each other higher and refer to each other and build relationships, and your businesses will flourish. If you don't do that and you work from ego and constantly don't give yourself away, and all you're working from is what you're going to, what am I going to get out of it? That is, if you work from that all the time, you will be broke. You'll fall flat on your face. You've got to give value. You've got to work with others. You've got to build relationships. You've got to think about that. You've got to think about referrals. It's all about working with each other. It's collaboration. If you don't want to collaborate and you don't want to give people value and you just want to sit there with your finger up your bum, wishing that the whole world could just pay for your services, well, it's not going to happen.
I so agree with you. Now, Kate, you are, you are great at creating best-selling anthologies, and that's not the only thing that you're great at. You are also great at creating beautiful, award-winning websites for women. Now, tell us more about that.
Right, well, this is how it started. All my successes are built on my failures. So, as you can imagine, fail website. Oh my God, how many times did I fail with this one? I failed and I failed and I failed. And I've got a business coach. I think it was last year, about 12 months ago. I had a business coach. And she said, show me your website. I was like, okay then. Really proud as punch. I showed her my website. She came back with a list as long as her arm, her leg, I think it was her other arm and her other leg, all conjoined into one list, saying, you need to do this, you need to do that. And I was like devastated. I was like, what do you mean? I thought my website was amazing. She's like, no, it's a pile of rubbish. I'm like, but she was telling me the truth because she wanted me to succeed. So I got frustrated with websites, and I thought, do you know what? What I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a business around this. I'm going to put myself in website school. I'm going to learn it, and then I'm going to create a business out of it. And then I'm going to go back and help all them new business owners that think their websites are amazing, but they're not, and provide them with a service that they can use at an accessible price. So that's what I did. I got the skills, and I built the packages, and I sent it out there. And I've only got one standard with my WordPress websites, and that's high, because I want somebody to come to your website and go, wow, this is nice. Who did this for you? And I want that person to say, well, this company did it. BuildMeAWordPressWebsite.com did this for me. Mm-hmm. And it's only $500. Or for a payment plan of free payments of 167 or something like that. I can't remember. But yes, that is how I wanted it, because I know that new business owners do not have $2,500 to $3,000 to pay for a brand new website. It's not possible. You don't have that as a new business owner. That's crazy to even think that someone can go out and get that straight away. So this is why I provided it. I provided that service to all them people who were me 2.5 years ago, who were stressed, who didn't have the money to build a gorgeous website, who didn't know where to turn, who really wanted to look professional in the world so that their business could actually get a move on and actually attract clients to it. Because we have to be honest here, your website is everything. It is your identity, it is your business, it is your personality. If your website is a mess, it's going to show that your personality is a mess. Or if it's just completely muddled and there's too much information on there and it's information overload, you're going to confuse your client. Your client's not going to stay there very long, because as soon as somebody hits your website, you've got between 3 and 7 seconds to impress that person, or they will go away. So you've got to have some form of engagement on that homepage, which is either a slider or a video. And also this content is high in SEO, so it's rich content. So having this on there does not only just benefit you in Google, but it benefits you as, attracting a client as well. So I created this. I created my business. My partner came on board, who I actually live with, my partner. He put himself through website school as well. He's now one of my assistants. So it's a family-run business, and we do this. We help business owners and small business owners for the tiny fraction of the price that other web designers charge, because I have heard so many horror stories. It's unbelievable, from people who are stressed out 4 months later and are still left with an unbuilt website. What's all that about? It doesn't take that long at all, and it does not cost that much. You're being ripped off and your time is being taken up far too much, when really we could set up a website for you within 2 weeks. You could be off and away with your very own WordPress website.
Yes, Kate, and I it's funny that you mentioned about the importance of having a website. Some of the professionals that are in my industry, believe it or not, they still don't have a website. They when I ask them if they have a website, and they just use their Facebook, only their Facebook page for their business. They're like, oh, I don't have a website. I am just blown away by that.
Everybody has a website now. Everybody from nurseries to shops to everybody has a website. It's the main thing. It's the 2014 thing, WordPress websites. It's what we need. And the richer your content, the bigger your SEO. So if you have a radio station or a radio show, or you have a TV show like mine, get it embedded into your website each week, into your blog, because even I cannot be bothered to write a full article out every week, because nothing bores me more to tears than doing that. I mean, sometimes I sit there with tumbleweeds in my brain going, what am I going to write this week? Oh my God. No, I don't do that. I have a show. I have an internet TV show, and I love engaging with people from all over the world with amazing stories. And then I add this to my blog, and it's engaging with people, building relationships, promoting other people, and it's collaboration again.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Now, Kate, you are a busy mom with a thriving business. How do you balance?
Well, I am a master of time. My time management, I master it, and this is what I actually teach as well in my masterminds. And I teach people how to be a master of time. I find out where all your time's been wasted, because I make you record it, and then I show you another way, a new way of how to gain all your time back. Because we have to remember, time does not control us. We control our time, and we control what we put into that time. So, if you're letting the time control you and run away with you, and you're spending 2 hours on your social media account, or you spend 4 hours a day watching TV, 4 hours a day, I know that the average American uses up 18 years of their life watching TV. Could you imagine what you could build in that 18 years? Mm-hmm. That is how much time people waste, and they don't realize that they waste it. So I become a time management system. I created one, I teach it, and I most likely only work 4 to 6 hours a day. But even the people that think that, they're like, oh my God, you're always busy, you're always working. No, I'm not. I choose to work 4 to 6 hours a day. Only if I'm launching a product, launching a book, launching a product, or I do have to, get my head down and create something for what we're about to launch. Yes, I do work a few hours over, because we have to do that. We're business owners. But when it comes down to it, I do 5 things per day without missing. Even if I feel rubbish, even if I'm tired, even if I don't want to do it, I still push past it, and I do them 5 things per day, and I do them within 4 to 6 hours. Then the rest of the day is mine to be mum, to be a parent to fairy kids that I have. I have a cat and a dog. So I spend time with them. I spend time with my teenagers. I cook dinner on a night. I have to do laundry. I have to do housework. I'm a normal mum. I have to go to the supermarket. So I have to bring all this in, and I have to balance it. Because if I spent all time at my desk, I wouldn't be a very good partner, and I wouldn't be a very good mother. So I crunch it down, because I don't watch TV, and I don't spend so much time on social media. I have certain pockets in the day of time that I actually go on social media, and then I'll come out of it. It's all about being very strict with yourself, and as soon as you put that time frame in place and you stick to it and it becomes a habit, you become the master of your time.
That makes a whole lot of sense.
Yeah. It's either that or lose the plot completely and just have like messy hair and walk around like a zombie talking to people.
So, other than the book that you are currently working on, do you have any upcoming projects that you want to share with us today?
Yes, I do, and there's always stuff in the pipeline here, always. And we have the Missing Piece, which is coming up, Missing Piece in Business, which is coming up, and it's been released in March. And I'm going over to Canada on the 20th of February, and I'm starting to teach my in-person VIP masterminds. Now, we have worked around how to get these masterminds broken down into 12 months, which is another package that we're launching in March, so that people who cannot attend these masterminds can do it online with me, and they can break the price down over 12 months. And we will drip feed 2 modules, one from my personal program and one from my mastermind program, into this private Facebook group. So for those who cannot access the price of $395 to be with me in person on that day, they can break that price down over 12 months. And we're going to do 2 packages. We're going to do one where it's $35 a month and you get 2 modules per week. You have access to me in a private Facebook group. We do a 2-hour coaching call, Skype call every month, and I'm there to answer your questions and coach you through the program. Ongoing support. And then we also give you $50 or $100 voucher discount off a WordPress website. And the second program that we're working on, which is a bit higher, is that we include a WordPress website for you, so that we send you out to the world, know how to run a successful business. You are worked on from the inside out, so it's a personal coaching program as well. I support you all through that. It's the same as the program below that, the level. You get all of that included, and you get a WordPress website as well.
Wow, that's amazing.
And it's all about giving value, because if you give value to your customers and you give them exactly what they need, they will always be there for you, because they respect you and you respect them, and it's a relationship thing.
Absolutely. I can't wait to hear more about the mastermind and what you guys are doing with it.
Oh, I get excited creating it, because I get these ideas when I take my dog out for a walk, and I'll be walking across the cliffs and the sea, or I'll be in the shower, and I can't tell you how many times I've got out the shower halfway through with soap in my hair going, that's it, that's what we're going to do. And then my partner looks at me and is like, you're weird. But yeah, that's my entire plan, is to make the new business owner, small business owner, make them successful, give them what they need, because that is what it's all about. I am giving these people the chance that I never had, and there's nothing more that swells my heart more and gives me bigger pride is when I see all these women developing themselves and going on their own journeys, and it's like, wow, look what we have created. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But yeah, my partner does look at me as if I'm weird half the time.
So is that the only other project that you're working on? Because I know you are just doing great things.
Oh, yeah, we've got loads of projects to come on. We're looking to release the new book in December, and now we're leaving that to the public. Is it going to be another second transformational journey, or is it not? I'm looking into another book in 2015 because we always plan a year ahead. I'm going to have a retreat in England in August 2015 where women are going to come over and spend 4 days with me. I'm going to provide them a pampering day, a full photo shoot, nature walks, boat rides, mastermind with me. That's going to be 2 days of intense mastermind. So we're going to sort out the business and the personal life and the personal goals and the business goals. So it's going to be extreme. So it's all coming. But I can only concentrate on one thing at a time on my Edward pop.
Yes. Absolutely. I mean, just hearing about that, it's like, oh, yes.
Oh, gosh, yes. And it's the year of travel. It's the year of travel for me this year. So I'm going to be traveling around different places, doing my different masterminds. We got so many requests to go to Canada last year. So we go where the requests go. Basically, where the requests come from, we go. So if we get more than a few requests, that's it. We go and I go do a mastermind in person, and I work with that person one-on-one. So we got many requests to go to Canada in December last year, and I was like, right, let's do it, because I am spontaneous as well. So I said, right, let's do it, and that's what we're doing. So I'm going to be with a few women, and then on the evening we're going to turn it into a huge book signing as well. So it's going to be tremendous. It's going to be phenomenal to meet these women in person, and also to transform these women's lives that are coming to the mastermind as well.
Absolutely. Now, is this event going to be where the public is going to be able to learn more about it?
You can go to my website at www.the-missing-piece.net, and you can read upon all about the mastermind. The mastermind is in Calgary. There is still a few places left, so if you want to take them up, you can. And then on the evening, it is open to the public. We are having a book signing, and I'm going to do a speech, and then the authors are going to do a speech, and then we're going to sign the books, and then we're going to mingle with the crowd so that they can get to know us. So it's going to be a phenomenal day.
Yes, it is. Can you share 3 tips women can take action on today to move forward in their business?
Yes, I can. First of all, if you are going to be serious in your business and 100% serious, you have to take 100% responsibility for your life and your business. This means that you have to get serious. You seriously have to get serious about life and your business, and you have to say and have to reach out. If something's not working, go find somebody who can teach you how to make it work. Don't sit there by yourself struggling. Hire a coach, hire a mentor, get in touch with somebody who can move you forward faster, like somebody with a book project straight away that's going to move you forward faster. So that's number 1. Number 2, if you don't have a professional website, please do contact us. We will help you make that happen. And we will do that at a very, very low, reasonable price as well, so that you look professional, so that it shines out to the world that you are serious, again, 100% serious, and you look professional so that you can bring in them clients that you really deserve to have. And number 3, please think about collaboration. Don't just be alone. Think about collaboration. If you don't join a book project, you could always think about having your own book project. Or you could always think about working with other people and referring, and collaboration is just so huge. Don't think you can do that. Don't do it alone. Join empowerment groups. Join women's groups. Take on board people who will refer to you. Build relationships, because it's really, really important. It will get you further, faster. The overall aspect is, don't think you can do this alone, because it's impossible.
Thank you so much, Kate. Because it's those advice that you're sharing is just so important.
It is, because it's something that I never had, and this is why I go on until I'm blue in the face, because I want to make people successful. I want to give people something that I never had, And it's just extremely important to show up in the world in a professional manner, to be taken serious. If you're not willing to show up in the world professionally, and you're not listening to those that have walked the path before you to give you that advice, then you'll forever be stuck exactly where you are 12 months from now.
Absolutely. Kate, can you share with our listeners your website for them to reach out to you?
Yeah, sure. My websites are called www.buildmewordpresswebsite.com, and you can also visit my main website, which is on the coaching and the books projects, and that's at www.the-missing-piece.net.
Thank you so much for that, Kate. Thank you so much for being on the show out of your very busy schedule. I so appreciate it.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. It's lovely to speak to you.
Thank you.
It's been great. It's been great, and it's nice. It's nice to actually connect with people who are in my book project, and who are going on to be and growing into doing their own things. So, while I'm sat back and watching you grow and develop, it's like, wow, yes,
I'm so grateful to be a part of it.
I love it. I love seeing it.
And I look forward to being a part of several other collaborative projects with you and with the amazing Kim also.
Yes, we'll have a ball.
Yes. Oh, goodness.
Thank you.
Are you interested in appearing on Success and Beauty Radio Show? Do you have breaking news? Charlotte wants to hear from you. You can contact her at www.thehairartistassociation.org. We will see you next week, same day and time.